Okay, so one of the things that I've noticed with many clients that come through the program, and indeed myself, is that at some stage we always talk about balance or fitting it all in. So right now I've got a quick video for you all on how we advocate, or what we talk about, being a proportionate balance. Proportionate to what you are currently wanting to achieve and in what area of life. And at different stages of the year or of life, that focus, that proportionate balance can change. For instance, if you're young and single and new to your career, well then perhaps your balance is probably best proportioned towards work. Or if you're newly married and looking to have a kid, perhaps balance is bestly proportioned towards relationships and fitness. So a couple of points before I start. What I will say, that is, if you want to achieve anything, perfect balance is a myth. Trying to balance everything normally results in actually achieving nothing. And then lastly, the caveat that I have is that all areas of life actually do need some energy and time. It's like having foundations for a house. If one foundation is not sturdy enough, the whole thing will fall down. Okay, so I'm going to give a couple of examples here on how to readjust your daily focus to help you achieve what you want to achieve. First of all, we've got to talk about what we're currently focused on achieving, and I'm talking about relatively short-term goals here. So something that's within relatively the immediate future. So a really simple one for me at the moment, wedding's coming up, focusing on my fitness. So focusing on achieving 88 kilograms and around that 12 to 14% body fat, closer to the 12. So let's say that's my current goal, right? Now, at the moment, my balance is proportionally pretty good for that. But previously, it might not have been. So what I want you to think about from your side is you take a snapshot of where you are currently in a 24-hour period when you're thinking about the time and energy, both mental and physical, time and energy you're putting in to the different areas of life. So how much you're putting into fitness, how much you're putting into work, how much you're putting into yourself, and how much you're putting into relationships. Now, what I would do is take away sleep, take away that period of sleep. So let's say 24 hours, you're getting 6 hours sleep, you've got 18 hours left. So think about where's your time being focused and what tasks. Now, you can even look at a day or review yesterday and write down the tasks. So, when I wasn't focusing on this, I might look at this and go, previous 24 hours, I was working, I had 2 client calls, I had 3 R&D things to do, and I had 1 meeting in the office, right? So they're the tasks that I did that day. Fitness, it might have been I just went and walked the dog. Self, maybe I went for a swim. And then relationships, maybe I didn't even spend much time. We sat on the couch, Jessica and I, and watched TV. Okay? So that's the tasks that I did in the last 24-hour period. And then I go through and I think time and energy, mental and physical, and I give myself a score out of 20 total. So a perfect balance, which I said kind of never happens, you might say a 5 for all of these, right? 4 5s add up to 20. But I want you to review the 24-hour period and give yourself a score based on your current 24 hours. So for me, work, I probably was putting about maybe 14 worth into work. Fitness, maybe 3. Self, maybe 2. Where are we at? 19, and then 1. Now you see my proportionate balance here. To achieve this, there was too much focus on work. So I look at that and then I think, okay, well, where do I need, what's my ideal 24 hours to achieve this? Well, I might want to reduce work down to say, 10, because that actually remains pretty important for me. And then I might want to, increase fitness to 6, and then self 2, and relationships 2. Yeah? You can see how that's the shift. This is where I'm at. Okay? I want to shift my proportionate balance to be more fitness orientated. And then you might go through and write down what tasks they might look like. Okay, so we're looking at readjusting our focus so that we can achieve the thing we want to achieve. Snapshot of our current day, and then turn that into what we might want it to look like. So another one might be what's something you're focused on achieving. Let's say you're focused on having better communication at home. Yeah? Pretty common one. Having better communication at home. All right, so you would reflect, what does my work and what does my day currently look like? Well, maybe you've got a whole bunch of tasks happening at work, and the score here, is way up, way too high, somewhere around 15. And then fitness, you're going to the gym, you're going for a walk at lunch, and then you're going for a run after work. Okay, so that's pretty high as well. And you think time, energy, mental, physical, how much is going in, and you're giving yourself a 3. So you're already at 18. So, and then maybe you're looking after yourself, maybe you're meditating, and you're giving yourself a 2 here. That's it. That's 20, which means relationships are getting absolutely nothing. If I look at what I'm focused on achieving for the current short term, having better communication at home, this isn't good enough. I need to shift my proportionate balance and try to fit it all in. So what would I ideally look like? Well, I'd probably want to put in, between a 5 and a 6 at home. So let's just go with a 6 by way of an example. Fitness, pretty good, but let's keep it at that 3. Self, let's keep self around that 2 mark. And then realistically, we're just getting it all from here. So we want to turn work into a 9. Now that might feel uncomfortable for the moment, but remember the current goal is having better communication at home. Therefore, we need to shift that proportionate balance from 15 here into more focused on relationship. And that might look like dinners without TV. That might look like actually listening, not just pretending. That might look like gifts. Whatever it is, putting more energy, more time, more mental and physical focus on your relationship. Self, that could still just be a straight up meditation. And maybe in this circumstance, your lunchtime walk should be connected to the relationship. So you're doing both, and you can still hit the gym. Maybe we're removing that run after work. And then work, maybe instead of getting to work early and leaving late, you just go back to the normal, 8:30 to 6 kind of routine instead of all your energy focusing there. Proportionate balance to achieve what you want to achieve at the moment. Having better communication at home. Currently, giving no love to my relationship box. Ideally, we'd give 6 out of 20. Remember, the total score needs to equal a 20. I hope that gives a bit of clarity on how you might be able to shift your current day to be more proportionately balanced towards what you want to achieve.